I'm Court.
I'm Kiah.
And we're the Backroad Cowgirls.
I'm doing this walk with my family life.
I grew up in the Bay Area here. Oakland specifically is where I went to school, and I started out as a little crazy horse girl. I mean, I feel like that's how all of our stories start. I did any and everything that I could to keep my horse. So, you know, it's always funny. I like to share the story of me feeding my very first horse because, you know, I'd go hungry and I'd have a bale of hay and I'd push the bale of hay from the pet store, like pull it out to the street. And then the bus stop was right in front of Contra Costa College, and all the bus drivers knew me, the crazy horse girl, and they would lower their wheelchair lift, and I would roll my single bale of hay that I saved up for onto the bus, and he'd lift it up on the wheelchair lift and drop it off down the street. So I'd leave it on the side of the road and go running down the street to grab a wheelbarrow from the barn and come back with my hay. Okay, so I really hate how closed off barn life is to basically the general public, you know, and I think our industries are dying. So the main thing that I'm trying to do here at Urban Cowgirl Ranch is really just giving horses a new mainstream purpose. We have to get people to start to care about this and be interested in it. This is the first time in United States history that horses haven't been used for war, they haven't been used for travel, and they're not used for farming anymore. So outside of rich people in sport, what is there? So I'm trying to bring different industries together to create an interest and a purpose. So I started working with a lot of nonprofits and stuff, but one thing that I always noticed about all these nonprofits is they would come and go. So everybody had the same idea and mission of, you know, doing something for inner city kids, working with horses, but for whatever reason, it was never sustainable. You'd see these awesome programs come up, get a lot of attention, and then just fade away. Once I moved out on my own, and you know, I was a veterinary technician, but at some point I quit my full-time job and did horses full-time. But I would run for-profit summer camp, and I got really tired of basically only seeing rich white kids in my camp because it was kind of expensive, honestly. But what I would do to give back is every year after I ran a few weeks of for-profit summer camp, I would have 1 week where I would give back and invite kids from the city, from an organization, out to have the same camp experience as the rich kids got to have. And that was just something that I did every year out of my own pocket to give back.
A protest that has been going on for hours over the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis, Minnesota, spilled out on the streets of Oakland tonight and onto the 880 freeway.
I thought I would make a statement, but I didn't realize how powerful this was. So after I went to the protest in Oakland where I got international fame, then I realized, I was like, wait, I can use this attention that I'm getting and get the cameras to face away from me and towards things that I think are important. So I said, hey, like, don't look at me as Brianna Noble, look at the work that I really believe in. And so that attention allowed me to take, you know, the nonprofit work that I just did out of my own pocket, I thought nobody else really cared about it, into something that is what we're seeing here today.
Is this your daughter?
Yeah.
What the mainstream industry shows us, it's not wrong that that is what's mainstream. I'm not saying that that's all that's out there, but what all of the companies choose to show, what the Western image is a white one, is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, in, you know, tight little bell-bottom jeans and a cowgirl hat. It is what it is. I think that we need to change that narrative, but honestly, I don't know how much if I care to change that narrative. I also don't quite appreciate the fact that everybody wants to jump on board the bandwagon and have more black and brown faces on it. We have always been here. It's crazy though. I'm a black person in this industry. I didn't know black people was in the industry. to the mainstream, yeah, I'm a cowgirl, but like, I almost feel disrespectful calling myself a cowgirl because I'm like, God, I have so much to learn. Like the horsemanship, the like, the stocksmanship that you see, like all of those things that I want, that I'd always hoped to become. It's like, I'm not there yet. And it means something different in every like room that you're in. And I also feel some type of way about it because like, I know some real cowgirls. Like I know some horsewomen that I have like so much respect for that I would never dare call myself a cowgirl. I wouldn't. But then in another room, yeah, I'm a cowgirl.
This cowgirl can drive. And it needs to be serviced. It's not me. It came with the ranch.
I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho. I'm not going to fix every single problem that this world has, but what I do have the ability to do is to say, hey, I've seen all of these issues. I live in the city. I'm a country person that lives in the city. All of these problems that I've seen, all of these problems that I personally experienced, what solutions can I create to solve those? And when I think about it like that, if I have a foundation and I'm able to solve those issues, how many issues will go away with that? So that's why I'm like, I don't think about all the other stuff. I'm like, if I can just figure this out, it becomes a blueprint that can help a whole hell of a lot of other people.